Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Carolina Panthers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we'll see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yes.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And some room to run now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch twins. 49, check 49, check 49.
On play action, Wentz buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive. As Sanders has it pumped free, and the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Come on, let's go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they had to be very
frustrated. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. To throw on second and 6. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got... That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Oh, good move. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Wentz now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they?
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Waiting.
53, Mike 53.
On first down, Sanders. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give running left, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. And Shaq tops it here with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Nigel Bradham brings him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistent.
Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high-percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Go, go, go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A 14-yard pickup. Strong left, strong left, strong left. 4 down, 4 down.
Back to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line. Check it back, check it. 57.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Black. Rush in, rush in. 3-5-7.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 8, 3. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he's taken down but able to survive.
Here we go.
In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Here's 2nd and 8. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Now, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get something.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. It's a second down run with Sanders. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down, it's Sanders. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check.
Now Wentz on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Bailey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again.
And my goodness, another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out.
Okay, break. One set, eyes up, one set. Check 13, check 13. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Dixon, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Completes it to Dixon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big offensive offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.